Hello, as promised in my previous video that I'll come your way with yet another very valid point raised by the professor, Professor Kwesi. Here I am. He said, quote, there is gradual incremental erosion of personal freedoms of constitutional rights, end quote. Gradual incremental erosion of personal freedoms of constitutional right. Something very important and vital to the practice of our democracy. For a sound democracy, we ought to have these privileges, these rights in check, that we, the populace, can exercise our rights. We can demand of it. In that, democracy is said to be the government of the people, by the people, for the people. In effect, not only those that are mandated by election that are the government. We, the populace, are part of the government. How do we do that? We do that by exercising our rights, making demands of the sitting government, whoever the sitting government may be, making them know we are expectant of them adhering to the provisions in the Constitution. And they holding their side of the equation, and we hold our side of the equation to be able to request, demand, to even be able to be critical with government is within our rights. We should be able to resist if we have to. That's all part of democracy. It's a check and balance thing. But if we, in the absence of the populace being able to exercise their personal freedoms of constitutional rights, consciously and unconsciously, we create these God figures unquestionable. We make our leaders to become like God figures unquestionable. And if and when that happens, that is the beginning of the problem. So we should be able to hold our side of the coins without fear or any sort of intimidation. If we have to raise our hand to question actions and inactions of government, we should be able to do that, devoid of fear. And so that is yet another very important point raised by the professor. And we all have a responsibility, especially in our country, Ghana, where we have had 7 successful elections, irrespective of the violence that were associated with these elections, where there were loss of lives, properties, and some were maimed. Miraculously, we have gotten away with these elections successfully. So far, so good. But going forward, we should be able to, where there is the absence of we be able to demand or exercise our rights, these have to be restored. We don't have to wait until it's all falling apart or the exercise of our rights and privileges become absent. That should not happen. We don't have to allow that to happen, irrespective of any sitting government. Doesn't matter who is in power. The people are always part of the government. The people never changes. The governments come and go, but the people are the same. And therefore, we should be able to hold our side of the coin, and that serve as a check and balance, especially when the sitting government is in the know that we are expectant of their performance with respect to the provisions within Constitution. There are other aspects to these gradual incremental erosion of personal freedoms of constitutional right. There's something I've observed that contributes to it, that it happens unconsciously. That I'll talk about in my next video. Till then, God bless Mother Ghana. Long live the 4th Republic. Thank you.